was ready for war.
Man, that nigga was ready, man. He had a military mind. When he got on Death Row Records after we brought him to us, he and me sat down and he structured some shit to me that I never knew and understood to this day. The art of war. And it was
Sun Tzu.
Yeah, he was breaking this shit down to me. I was not a nigga that was listening back then. But he was telling me, look, this is how we gonna do it. Chain of command. Everybody on my team talk to me. Everybody on my team talk to Whoop. They don't talk to us. So it was like some different like shit. So it was a certain situation that happened when we was in Belize and Corrupt and him and got into it. And he said something to Corrupt and Corrupt said something to him and he looked at me and was like, nigga, this nigga ain't supposed to be talking to me, and I forgot all about the rules and shit. So then now him and Corrupt getting into it serious, like getting really into it.
Did they fight?
No, they got really into it, right? So then the nigga told Corrupt, he looked at me, he told Corrupt, he said, nigga, you ain't even on my level. I had a motherfucking outlaws fuck you up. And then Nate Dogg stepped up and said, what the fuck we supposed to do when that's happening? And then Daz stepped up. And then it looked like it was finna go down. And then MC Hammer stepped in and Suge stepped in. And they put water on the fire. And it fizzled down. But that was a situation where he was explaining war to me. And I didn't understand it. And I didn't relay the message to the homies. And it could have went bad. Based off of him trying to give me a military mind that I didn't have and wasn't prepared for.
Damn.
So what do you think about all these artists calling themselves the new Tupac and I'm just like Pac?
I mean, you can say that. I mean, basketball players, football players always emulate somebody that they want to be. It's not my right to say that you can't say that. But if you're going to say that, you should know the history of who this man is and understand what you're trying to become and what you're, emulating, because he was a great person, not just a rapper. Don't look at the thug in him. Look at the humanitarian work, the songs that he wrote for women, the empowerment that he gave to black women, the songs he wrote for mothers, and just the things that he did that was out of the box. We only want to highlight the hit him up and all of the beef that he had, but it was things that he did that was so real. For example, I was getting into it with my girlfriend at the time, and we just kept getting into it, and all of the niggas on Death Row Records was like, man, fuck that bitch, nigga, you Snoop Dogg, and you can have any bitch you want with you, some hoes, nigga. And that nigga Tupac came to me and said, man, fuck what they talking about. That girl love you, you need to marry her. And I listened to what he said, and I married my wife, and like 20-some years later, we still married.
Wow.
So it's like, this is the shit that this nigga did that nobody's seen. You only seen the ignorant side. Nigga, let's fuck him up and whoop the whoop. But he was a real, loving, caring, compassionate man if you really knew him. And if he loved you, he loved you hard.